Welcome back to the channel, guys. Andy here at Label Motorsports. It's November. We returned from SEMA about a week and a half ago, and during the SEMA project we were also working on this red wide body that we are finishing up for a client in Corpus Christi, Texas. So this is chassis number 4. As you guys can see, this is a torch red 2022 C8 convertible. This is our first convertible that's getting the wide body program applied to it, and also the first car we've done without the aero ducted front hood. This client wanted to retain the use of the front trunk, so what we did is we just built our standard hood and our forged carbon. If you come up and look close on this, you can see how nice this forged is. Same quality and finish as all of our other parts. It's kind of interesting to see it on just a flat panel like that. I'm so used to seeing the ducted hood. It's a little different. But I think on this red car, and I'm not a fan of red cars, and it's not just because it's our wide body, but this looks like a really classic, almost factory looking car. So if you guys have followed us before, you know kind of all the parts in the program. So the only thing that's different really on the front end of this car from the rest is the hood. So we still have our front grille garnishes, our waterfall portion, and our front splitter. Now you guys will see in that center section, we also paint all the carbon flash normal accents into the body color. I think that makes it a little more cohesive. Moving down alongside of the car, we have our forged carbon mirror caps and obviously our vented front fenders with our exposed carbon fender vents. And since we're right here, we might as well talk about the wheels. So this is our probably most traditional form of wheels, the gloss black Brixton ASO 1s, along with our big brake package finished in torch red with the black script. I think that really looks good. What I like about our brakes is the billet machined hats always kind of pop through the wheel, give it a little extra contrast, and just something different behind the wheel. So moving alongside of the car, you guys can see, so this car not having the rear deck lid like the coupes is a little different in the rear section, which I kind of like. It's that spider look. What I think I'll do is I'll drop the top and show you guys what it looks like with the top down once we're done going around the entire car. But I do like the side profile of this car. It's just really unique. I enjoy seeing the engine. So for me, I always go with the coupe so I can see the engine. But there's something about this spider look in the back. It reminds me of like a Huracan or a Ferrari. So you guys can see, obviously we lowered the car. We used the Paragon front collars and lowered the factory mag ride. This car does have nose lift. The client wanted to retain that function. So this will be his static ride height. It doesn't go up and down anymore from here. Our side skirt package, obviously all of our fenders are painted. And then along the back of the car, this car does not have the clear taillight. So you'll see this is the first car we've done with the red taillights, which unbelievably I don't dislike. It actually looks good on this car. Again, I think it kind of goes in theme with just being a factory OE fit, finish, and look of a car. Again, I feel like I could see this car on the dealership. So now I'm going to go inside the car. I'm going to drop the top for you guys and show you guys what the wide body looks like in a convertible. So this is what it looks like in the convertible form. In that rear, I mean, that rear view looks really cool. I think they call those the nacelles. It just gives the car a little different, unique look from the back. Something that we haven't shown before is obviously we had our rear grille screens made for the convertible in our forged carbon. So again, eliminating all of the carbon flash accents and kind of tying all the carbon together. But I think that car just kind of sexy looking. Red drop top, factory interior, so we didn't do anything on the interior. This car is just a standard 2LT leather. Looks really good, but nothing really wild about the car. I think when somebody sees this car coming down the road, I think they're going to just think that is a factory car. I don't think they're going to think it's a wide body or anything. Another thing I want to show you guys is the rear trunk enclosure. So on the convertible, they obviously have a similar size trunk as the coupe, but you can see how clean the trunk enclosure comes out. So it takes up, I would say, probably about 6.5 inches of space at the bottom. ADAC came through and helped us with our 3D printed trunk plates, which are really nice. So these have blind enclosures where we tap the enclosure, and then it's actually fastened down there. Came out really good, but still a ton of storage space, room to pack a couple bags, pick up groceries, put a suitcase, something in there for an overnight trip. Lots of room, and then obviously you still have your front trunk. One of the other things I wanted to talk about on this car, because it's a little different than the other cars which we had wrapped, is this has the stacked paint protection film. So you guys, if you follow us, you probably follow Justin as well. Justin uses the stacked Dyno Shield PPF, and in my opinion, and I'm old school, I never liked PPF until they came out with a product that was good enough that didn't take away from the paint. This actually makes the paint look better, in my opinion. And if you see the gloss factor on this right now, and there's also like ceramic coating built into it, I don't think there's a better film on the market right now. Can you come up close, Justin, and show the lack of orange peel in some of these panels? So obviously this client wanted full protection on the car, and since there aren't templates for this, Justin had to bulk film this, do everything by hand, trim it. So again, I'm really proud of what Justin can do with PPF. In these cars, it's absolutely mandatory. You cannot drive one of these wide bodies without PPF on the car, especially with the tires. The flat portions where the vents from the front will allow stuff through and they'll hit the paint. If you don't have PPF, you're gonna end up with damaged panels. On top of that, all of the carbon has our PPF on it as well, and it just has another added layer of protection. So that pretty much wraps up our chassis number 4 walk around. Again, it's just a clean, simple build. Hopefully we do some more work with this client, but this car will be in Texas. So if you go to the local car shows down in Corpus, look for this guy. He'll be out there, and hopefully the car will be breaking a lot of necks. But before I take off, I'm going to jump in the car. I'm going to give you a cold start, give you a couple of revs so you can hear what the car sounds like. This car has our titanium X pipe exhaust on it, but it does not have headers, so it is running through the factory headers. So I'm going to give you guys a listen to that, and then we'll call this one a wrap. Thanks again for watching, guys.